All right, welcome everyone. Y'all know who it is, Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. I'm doing this video today. I want to talk about the recent announcement of Crypto.com acquiring NADEX and the small exchange. Throughout the video, I'm going to be giving some background on all of the companies involved in this acquisition. So that would include Crypto.com, NADEX, a company called Citadel, which owns the small exchange, and IG Group, which owns both NADEX and the stake in the small exchange. Okay, so IG Group is a $4.3 billion company. They own NADEX, and they also own a 40% stake in the small exchange, who is owned by Citadel. So they have a majority stake basically in the small exchange. And in this acquisition, they're selling NADEX and they're selling off that holding to Crypto.com. Okay. So they're buying NADEX and the small exchange from IG Group, which is the parent company of NADEX, and they also own the stake in the small exchange. All right. So I'm just doing this just to kind of give some background and to educate those who don't know like what's going on at all with these companies and don't really know who's who and etc. All right. So in this acquisition for $216 million, I believe, Crypto.com is buying NADEX and they're buying the stake in the small exchange. Okay, they're buying both of them from IG Group for $216 million. Now, the reason that they're buying NADEX is what I'm excited about. Let me see something. I need to turn this off. All right, sorry about that. So Crypto.com is a huge brand. They're a global company that's expanding. Of course, they specialize in crypto on their trading platform and on their investment platform. They also recently have been doing a lot of marketing and, just different moves strategically to help expand their brand. And now through this acquisition, they're bringing NADEX and the small exchange under the umbrella of Crypto.com. Okay. And that means a lot for NADEX. And it also says a lot about NADEX. Now, this is something that I've been talking about for years, as far as the value of NADEX and the business model that they use, right? NADEX is a powerful platform, period. NADEX offers derivatives. So what they have done is they've created actual instruments for people to trade on their platform that are based on financial markets. So when you trade these instruments, you're not trading the actual financial market that is the underlying market for the instrument, but the instrument that you are trading is based on the information and the movement and the price action of the underlying financial market that the instrument is based on, which makes the instrument a derivative. So what we trade, for example, we trade binary options. Binary options are a derivative because binary options sit on top of a financial market that everything is based on. The strike price levels, the prices of the options, everything involved with the information for the binaries is based on the underlying market that the binary is for. So the binaries that we trade, for example, with the 5 minutes are based on Forex markets, the Euro USD, the pound dollar, the dollar yen, dollar CAD, Euro yen, pound yen, etc. Okay. I think there's like 7 or 8 markets that are under the 5-minute binaries, but that's what makes the binaries a derivative. NADEX also offers two other instruments. One is called spreads, one is called knockouts. They're also derivatives. Same idea. They're based on underlying financial markets. But when you trade these instruments, you're trading them on NADEX. Okay. So NADEX is an exchange. That's actually what it stands for, North American Derivatives Exchange. And Crypto.com clearly saw the value in the business model that NADEX is using, because what NADEX does is they're not participating in the trade itself. They just facilitate the trade. So they're providing a platform, and anyone that wants to trade on one side will be trading against others who want to trade on the opposite side of that derivative for the market. Okay. And that's how NADEX works. It's very simple. So with binaries, for example, when you're trading on one side, someone else is trading on the other side. So they basically have the opposite idea of what you have for that trade. You may be thinking that the market will remain above a certain price level. Someone else is thinking that the market that, will remain or move below that same price level. And they're willing to put money on that. And that is how the trade and the transaction is created. So for every buyer, there will be someone selling on the other side and vice versa. And that's what makes NADEX powerful, because NADEX only will collect a fee from both sides for that transaction. So because NADEX facilitates the transaction, they just simply collect a fee every time someone trades. And that's it. They don't care who wins and they don't care who loses. Okay. Powerful. So that business model, clearly Crypto.com recognizes that. And that's why they want to acquire NADEX. The small exchange, which is the other holding that IG Group has that they're also selling in this acquisition, they offer futures. So basically, what Crypto.com is doing is they're positioning themselves to have derivatives now available to their existing customer base. Crypto.com, they already have a US base. They want to give that US base access to the derivatives. You see? So this is great for us, because what it means is that now you have, an entirely new customer base that's coming into the NADEX platform to trade derivatives also. Many people are not educated about the market. Many people have no skill whatsoever in the market. And, a lot of them are just speculating. But it is what it is. It is what it is. For every person that's out there speculating, you're going to have someone that is actually skilled in the market trading at a professional level. That's where we come in. So TeamAlliance comes in on the skill side, because we actually learn how to understand the market itself, the way it moves. And we take that information and then we apply it to when we trade. So we're only looking to trade when we know that the outcome of the trade will be favorable for us and we're going to make a profit. And that's where TeamAlliance comes in. So if you put all the pieces together, you see that Crypto.com is a huge brand. One of the other things that they're doing, I'm not sure if they finalized it yet, but I know that for $700 million, they paid to have their name on the Staples Center for $700 million. I know that they have a campaign running with Matt Damon. And the deal with the Staples Center is basically for it to become the Crypto.com Center. So the way that it's called the Staples Center now, they're buying the naming rights for that stadium. It will become the Crypto.com Stadium. So you can see how Crypto.com is positioning themselves just to continue to expand globally. And now they're bringing in NADEX under the same umbrella. So as a byproduct of that, NADEX will also get exposure. And that means that NADEX will have new, customers coming into the platform, new people who want to trade on the platform and trade derivatives. And this just means more and more good stuff for us. Like, that's just what it is. So, I wanted to definitely come on and make this video and kind of set people's mind at ease, to give some background on the companies involved in this acquisition, to further, give clarity to what NADEX even is and what NADEX offers and why we are excited about what's going on. For many years, I've been talking about the business model that NADEX uses. And I've been saying for years, like, this is a remarkable model that they have. Like, this is something that's set up for the long term and for this company to be in business for years and years and years and even decades to come. So you don't always have companies like that come along, with this type of leadership. I know that they're also keeping the CEO of NADEX on board, Travis McGee. So, there's just a lot associated with this acquisition that we have to be excited about. I believe it's the CEO of Crypto.com. I know his name is Chris. I don't want to mispronounce his last name. I think it's Marzalek or maybe Marzalek, whatever it is. He made a comment talking about where he sees this going and, how confident he is. Matter of fact, this is what he said. Our goal is, as a platform, is to offer our customers a trusted, secure, regulated platform with world-class tools to achieve financial independence. That's a strong statement right there. He's saying that the goal is to offer customers a way to achieve financial independence. That's powerful. So, in other words, them buying NADEX is one of the reasons. You understand? It's like that's adding to this. They want people to achieve financial independence. You can do that on NADEX. I've been saying that for the longest time now. He says this proposed acquisition builds on that promise and will give our customers access to an entirely new set of financial tools to complement our current offering. And just to give more background also on IG Group. IG Group is a $4.3 billion company. IG Group owns NADEX and they own the small exchange, which is the other holding that they're also buying in this acquisition. I believe that it's supposed to be finalized in the first half of next year. And Crypto.com, they're doing just a bunch of stuff. They have some partnership with a company called Silvergate. They want to attract the institutional market that way. As I mentioned earlier, they have a marketing campaign featuring Matt Damon, and of course the deal with the Staples Center. So you can see that there's a lot that's going on to help not just their brand expand, but they're expanding the trading industry overall, because a lot of people just don't know that this opportunity even exists. People don't know that you can actually learn how to trade professionally, and you can ultimately trade as your career, like as a profession for a living. But in order to do that, you have to be educated in the market. And again, that's where TeamAlliance comes in. So this is very exciting for us. I'm very excited about this acquisition. I'm very excited about the future of NADEX. The fact that now, we are affiliated with a company and a brand that already has a presence globally. The crypto space, of course, is huge, and it's something that is more in the mainstream. NADEX, nobody really knows about, but that's about to change. And I've been saying this for, like the past week or so, ever since I found out about this. I'm like, you know what? This right here is going to give exposure now to NADEX and to the opportunity that NADEX provides the average person with. It's unlike anything else. Like there's nothing really that you can compare to it, period. And of course, with, the way that we do things on TeamAlliance, when we begin trading on the NADEX platform, we start with $100. And then we use our skill to actually build up our account from the very bottom, because $100 is basically only going to allow you to trade one contract. And one contract is the smallest size that you can trade for binaries on the platform. So if you can start from one contract and then grow your account, build and compound it over time using your skill set, that now puts you in a whole nother category, from regular people that trade. You're actually someone who is a professional if you are able to consistently be profitable and trade and build and grow your account by simply being profitable on this platform. It's crazy. It's crazy. So we got a lot to look forward to. As I mentioned, this is something like, this is just great news. This is wonderful news. And, you guys mark my word, this is something that's going to be very powerful for NADEX. And as we move, forward into the future, more and more people becoming exposed to this and becoming aware of this and knowing that this exists is just going to make everything, even better as we move forward. All right. So, that's pretty much it. Y'all always can feel free to reach out. Make sure that you tune into the live streams, Coffee and Charts, the live market observations on the YouTube channel, the Brooklyn Moses podcast. Of course, if you're not in training yet and you want to actually get in training and learn how to trade the binaries on NADEX, which is what we trade on TeamAlliance, you can get into training. For the time being, training is still $35 a month. Coming next year, I'm going to make a few adjustments with the training, because I do want people to understand that they have to take training seriously. And because it's so, it's priced so low, a lot of people are taking it for granted. And that's not really what I think, is in the best interest of you when you come in to training. Don't take training for granted. Like, you're learning a skill set that's going to actually position you to become a professional at trading. This is a real profession that we are a part of. Same way that people become doctors and lawyers. You can actually become a professional trader. But you have to learn the skill set. And that's it. That's it. So you have to commit to the learning. You can't just get into this industry, open up an account, throw some money in it and think that you're going to just buy some strategies and some indicators or some automated stuff and it's supposed to make you a millionaire overnight. It's not going to happen. All right. So anyway, y'all can feel free to reach out. A lot more content on the way. I definitely wanted to come on, make this video and just kind of get this out the way, because I wanted to give my opinions and my thoughts on the acquisition. But this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Powerful stuff. All right. All right, y'all. You know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. I'm out. I'll see y'all on the next one. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on the bell notifications. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat. All the social media links you'll see underneath the video in the description box. Also, the link to sign up for training. If you want to join us in training, you'll see the link there as well. All right. I'm out. Deuces.